Let's be honest, teachers have some of the most important and most difficult jobs in the world, especially at this time of year, back to school season. If you're a new teacher or an experienced teacher who's just looking to jazz up your teaching routine and improve your workflows, make sure to stay tuned for this video. We'll be showing you 5 different ways to make your back to school season a little bit easier. So hats off to all of you teachers. I am not a teacher myself, but I do know how difficult it is going into something unprepared. So making sure that you have your lesson plans detailed and prepared as ahead of time as you possibly can is going to make your work week go by so much smoother. Teachers Pay Teachers is a great website to check out that has a ton of free and paid resources created by other teachers to help you get your lesson plans moving along and maybe help you find some activities that you haven't thought of before. So making sure to do your research well in advance so that you're not spending your first few weeks or few months of back to school season scrambling to come up with lessons is definitely recommended. Not only will your students appreciate it, but your sleep schedule and your personal life will appreciate it as well. Lots of crazy things can come up during back to school season, so it's good to be able to react to those things real time as you need to and not have to be focused on lesson planning spur of the moment. Now, another thing that's good for anyone new in a profession or in a workplace is getting to know your coworkers. As a teacher, very few people can relate to you quite as well as another fellow teacher can. So it's great to have that built-in support system, and you never know when you might need to discuss something that's going on school-wide or with a particular student or a particular school policy. And again, nobody relates to you like another teacher would. So maybe you might find a buddy that you're able to swap some lesson plan materials or some exercises with, or you might just find a friend. So make sure to make yourself available. Ask people out to lunch, or you might want to volunteer to plan some type of activity for your school staff. Now, this probably goes without saying, but any job gets done easier when you know what to expect. So do your research as you're entering your first year teaching, or again, even if you're an experienced teacher, make sure to do your research, see what other teachers are experiencing, what some other trends are in the classroom, so you know what to expect. Luckily, this wonderful platform that you're on right now has a ton of great resources. Teacher vlogs are all the rage right now, and it's a great way to get a sneak peek and kind of go through a day in the life of a teacher before you actually get out there and start teaching on your own. We'd also recommend taking a look at the student and employee handbooks for your school, because it's great to get both perspectives and understand what the expectations are and what the kind of norm is for your school. Every institution has different rules and regulations and expectations, so familiarizing yourself with those will help to make sure that there are no surprises for the rest of this fall season. On that same note, you might want to take stock of your wardrobe. Now, this one sounds a little random, but it is important to be comfortable. Your clothes are what you wear for at least 8 hours of every single day, and we know how hard teachers work, so realistically, you're probably working a lot longer than that. So making sure that you have clothes that are comfortable, that allow you to move around, especially if you're working with younger children where you might be playing on the ground or dealing with messy materials. You want to have an outfit that is appropriate for that. And you'll also want to, again, go back to that employee handbook and the student handbook and make sure that your clothes are school appropriate. Different schools have different dress codes. Some schools don't allow you to have sleeveless tops or anything that's shorter than your knees or wear certain colors or logos. So make sure to go through your wardrobe and plan out your clothing in advance. I find that planning my outfits out the night before gives me the best morning routine and allows me to not feel so stressed and so rushed when I'm heading out the door. And we love the idea of clothing swaps. They're very popular nowadays. So if you're looking to get rid of maybe some of your not so school appropriate clothes and pick up some more comfy school appropriate outfits, you can check out clothing swaps on sites like Meetup or rehashclothes.com. And lastly, you'll want to be sure before you step into the classroom, or if you already have, you'll want to make sure to get on this as soon as you can. Do a thorough search of your name. Again, every school has different policies regarding social media in general, so you want to make sure that you're abiding by that. But even if you are abiding by all the rules, you'll probably want to make sure that you know what's going on and what's being said about you online. Using a tool like Marple allows you to see exactly what other people will see when they go ahead and search for your name. Unfortunately, sometimes teachers can be targets of bullying themselves, and although most of your students, I'm sure, are wonderful, sometimes they can look you up online and use some of that information against you. So making sure that you know exactly what they're gonna see is going to allow you to better control that information and take control of your reputation. You also should probably keep in mind that most parents are probably going to Google their teachers' names. That's pretty common practice nowadays to check out who's actually spending time with their children and making sure that nothing inappropriate or offensive is coming up when they search for your name. So what we do is we send you a notification every time that we see a new search result about your name pop up, and we'll allow you to check it out, mark it either positive or negative, or even request that Google removes it if it's overly malicious or negative. This is all free to do. You can just go ahead and sign up at marple.app. Another thing is this might be a tool that you want to share with your students, especially if they're of middle school or high school age where they're starting to use social media themselves. It's important to start to teach your students the importance of regulating your own reputation, being responsible for the information that you're putting out there. So Marple is a tool that really anyone can sign up for, and it might be of benefit to your students too. So that's all for now. We hope this video was helpful. If it was, please be sure to leave us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We post videos every single week, and we're wishing you a very happy new school year, and we'll see you in the next video.